how to create type that's displaced using itself. The key thing is to have a displacement map. Something like this, some type, it's just been blurred and it's been combined with a white background. Basically all you need to do, white background, and you can just go and select both and merge the visible. Go to the layer menu and new layer. Now you don't have to use a gradient, you could use pattern layers, you could use images, anything, but I'm just using a gradient. So with the gradient tool selected, apply a gradient. What I'm going to do, layer and rasterize. So rasterize it all into pixel layer, and now I'm going to apply a filter effect. So filter and distort. Now I could use any of these. I'm just going to go with twirl. So twirl and apply a lovely twirl like that, just to this basic gradient. Click apply. Now I'm going to use that with that displacement map. So this is the layer beneath. So make certain you select the pixel layer here, go to filters, distort, and down to displace. Bring up the panel and use strength and click load map from layers beneath. And you can see the effect there. And you can modify the strength, so you can see as you do that, it changes. But what you can then do is click apply. Let's just increase that a bit. Click apply. You can go to channels, that's window menu and channels. Composite red, make sure you select that. And then you go to the filters, make sure you've got the pixel layer selected. Filters, distort and displace. You could of course apply other filters as well, deform, etc. Twirl, again just to that layer. And you can modify that. Now it's already forgotten. I wish it didn't, but it does. Load map from layers beneath, click that again, and you can see the result. The navigator is very useful to have. So if you want window and navigator, make certain that's displayed. And then you can modify this. So you can see as you do that. Now, unfortunately, if you go too far that way, it will get that line across the top. Not ideal. And you can set it there. Click apply. Now you can go to composite green, do exactly the same. So composite green, filters, distort and displace. Now apply a different one or use the same, perfectly reasonable. Load map, it again forgets, unfortunately. You have to click it again, make certain you click it, and then use that. And again, you can see the result there. And apply. So once you've done that, you can go to the blue. Now I'm just going to go composite blue. However, before I do that, what I want to do is I'm going to go up here. I'm going to reset it all so you can see the color effect there. So now I'm just going to deselect that, go to this channel, and I'm going to distort this. Filters, and I can apply another blur, maybe go to Gaussian blur, just blur it a bit more. Apply all kinds of different effects. Also go to filter, maybe use distort, deform, twirl, anything. Say deform, just something. And then you go with similarity. I can just add a pin there. I'm just going to add that and I'm going to distort that. And you can distort it, of course, like that. Just going to stretch it out. Click apply. So now you've got that. Now that's going to be the displacement I'm going to use for the blue. So again, go back to the pixel layer. That's the key thing. Select that. With that, you can see I've got to select that. So you make certain you've got that now visible again. Otherwise, you'll be using the other one. That's the one you're working with. And now you can go to composite blue. So click there, composite blue. With that, you can now apply it, filter, and go to distort. Use any of the other filters again, twirl, etc. But you can go displace. And again, strength, and click load map from layers beneath. This time, you can see what happens. It's using that distorted design. And you can see you can distort it that way. And you can get even more unusual effects. Click apply. And you can see the result over here. Now, once you've done that, I'm just going to set it back to here. So I've just put it all back to the start point. Well, I can now go filter again, filter, distort. Obviously use some other ones I want, but I'm going to go with displace again. And I can play again. Simply strength, load map from there. And you can see as you do that, you get the distorted effect there to create even more distortions, and click apply. Now also what you can do, so you've got this distortion effect, you can always at any point simply go to layer and fade displacement map. So you can always click that and you can actually fade it. So you don't have to just go with the full on effect. You can just set that. You can also change blending modes. You can run through that, say lighten. And you can see you can create different designs using that, or difference, or soft light. Now I'm just going to go with normal, but I wanted to point that out to you. You can use blending. So you've got that. Now, once you've done that, what you can then do is you can use this with type itself. So this pixel layer here, I'm just going to copy it. So edit and copy. And now I'm just going to go and create some more text. So artistic text tool and create some text. And this time I'm going to use the word type. So use the word type. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this still as a displacement map with this. But before I do that, I'm going to actually put it inside that design I've just copied. I'm just going to simply go up to edit and paste inside. And that design I created will now be inside that type. So paste inside, and you can see obviously because it's inside, it's exactly the same at the moment. So if I go and select the type and now move it, you can see the type there. Now I don't need this background, I'm just going to deselect that, and you can still see the displacement of course there. So you've now got this lovely effect inside there, and you can resize it. You can also move it around, you can do a whole load of different things. But what I can now do is with this type, I can apply displacements to this as well. So again, I can go to this, simply go to filters and distort, and down here, again, displace. Now I could do obviously color channels, but also I can just use this. So strength, again, load map from layers beneath. Click that, and now you can see I can distort that within that type. So you create even more weird and wonderful designs just by doing that. Click apply. But also you can, and that's selecting the pixel layer that's been included inside the type. That's a key thing to remember. But you can also simply select the type. And you can, if you want, lock children, you can move things around, all those sort of things. Please check out my videos on how to use the lock children feature. But you've got this type, and that also can be used with displace map. So filter, and you can go down here to distort and displace. And again, load map from layers beneath. And now you can see, you can create distortions around that type. So you can see that word, obviously the how, and it's distorting around that. So that type is being warped around all that text. And click apply. If you want to distort this using the displacement map, what you need to do is create a white background. So just go over here and rectangle tool, create, make certain it's a white background or any colour, it doesn't matter, but white background, perfectly reasonable. And just drag it below there and just place it there. So now, just there. So you've got this, you've got type and you've got the rectangle. So hold down the shift and you've got both selected. So both are selected there, you can see both there. Now the other one's not, so layer and merge visible. And then you've got this pixel layer. Now I can now deselect that one, deselect that one and deselect that one. Don't want them anymore. So the only thing that's going to be accessible is this pixel layer, which is this with the type. And also I'm going to click here for the displacement map. Now you can distort this again if you want to do other effects. But make certain you've got this pixel layer selected here. And then you can go to filter and distort and displace. And exactly the same as before, load map from layers beneath. And now you can distort it. And you can see as you distort it, it's distorting using this again. Now you can of course modify this and you can do exactly the same as before. So click apply. You can also simply go to composite red. So click there, make certain that's selected. Again, you've got this pixel layer, filters and distort and displace. Change strength, load map from layers beneath. And now you can distort that and you can see again, this time using the red, and you can see the effect again there. Click apply. And you can repeat that obviously with the green. So go to the composite green, filters, distort, displace. Exactly the same as before. Change strength, load map from layers beneath, and you can see the result there. Click apply. And of course you can repeat that with the blue as well. Well, I hope you found this tutorial of interest. Any questions, please let me know in the comments below. Always great to hear from you. Thank you much.